hope I don't look bad today. If I have a bad hair day today, it's gonna ruin it. Alright, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Alyssa Rain. This is my first video. I'm super excited, and we're gonna do a Q&A today, just so you guys get to know me. Yeah, pull up some questions here. Sorry if the audio is trash. I bought everything to start a YouTube channel, and of course the one thing that I forgot was a microphone. But I will be getting that, so don't worry, it won't sound this bad, if it does sound bad. But let me pull up the questions. I asked you guys on Instagram what you guys wanted to know about me. So I did make a list. There were a lot of questions, and a lot of you asked some pretty interesting questions that I will not be discussing on YouTube because it is not YouTube appropriate. But we'll go down the list really quick. I'm gonna go through the list of questions that you guys asked. There were a lot of questions asked multiple times, or a lot of very similar questions asked, so I kind of did the best I could. If I did not get your question, I'll probably do another Q&A in the future, so yeah. Oh, also, if there's a lot of tattoo questions, piercing questions, hair questions, makeup questions, I will do like tutorials and tours in the future, so I kind of skipped those questions just because this video would be very long and I don't have that much storage on my laptop, so. Alright, question number 1, how are you doing? I'm actually doing alright. It was pretty stressful to get my camera to work because for some reason it didn't want to record today, but you know, pretty decent. What are your pronouns? I go by she, her. What's your zodiac sign? I'm an Aquarius. My birthday's actually in a few weeks, on February 16th. Where are you from? I am from Wisconsin. So if my accent comes out, I apologize. I don't like it either. Who was your biggest inspo? You guys are gonna learn very quickly that I am obsessed with Evanescence. My biggest inspo is Amy Lee. What is your favorite Korn song? Probably the song Thoughtless. Is it because Amy Lee redid it? Maybe, maybe not. Trad goth or vampire goth? I do love trad goth, but for my personal style, I'm definitely more vampire goth. How did you get into goth? Well, in middle school, I watched a lot of Toxic Tears and It's Black Friday. That really got me into the style, and of course, as a lot of you guys know, goth is not about the style, it's definitely based on the music. But that's what got me into the style more. How do I get a goth girlfriend? I get this question a lot, and I will start off with saying if maybe you don't want to make them seem like an object by labeling them. It's kind of weird. It's a very like objectifying question, I guess. What millimeter are your gauges? So these are my gauges. They're at 20 millimeter, I think. What scares you the most? Men. Fish. I have a really odd fear of fish. It all happened when I was in Tennessee in a lake, and I have a lot of moles on me. And they're in Tennessee, big ass carp, like huge carp. And they thought that my moles were bugs, and they started trying to eat my moles off, and ever since then I have not gone into a lake or an ocean or anything. I am terrified of fish. Like, I can't even take them off the hook. If you can, not even a bluegill. I hate minnows, can't touch them. I freak out, I will scream and throw them. That's just Funniest comment about my appearance. I don't think I really have a funny one. Most of them are just insults, and I just laugh at them because I want them to leave me alone. What do I do for a living? I work on a golf course. Yeah, it's a really odd job. For a goth, you see me out in the summer driving the bev cart. It's probably really funny. A lot of the guys out there actually told me they wanted me to get an Elvira license plate for the golf course, or the golf cart, and I can't do that because I don't own the golf cart. But I do actually, on my real car, my license plates say Elvira, so it's a small town. They see me around a lot, they know exactly who it is. Do you like Motionless in White? Yes, I do. I've actually seen them twice live. My favorite piercing, probably my bridge. But every time I get a new piercing, it's like always my favorite until I get another new one. This is the most recent one I got. Advice for someone learning to do makeup. My advice is to look for someone with your similar eye shape, which it does make it a lot easier because then any like eyeliner or eyeshadow they do, like if you have hooded eyes, look for someone who does makeup with hooded eyes. And the most important part is to just practice. I've been doing my makeup since I was like, what, 13? But I did start off with very emo, dark circles, blonde eyebrows, not good. Very bad haircut. My top 5 songs. If I were to do top 5 songs, they would all be Evanescence songs. So I'm going to categorize them all as one. Just every Evanescence song is my top one. The Claws of Time by Dark Throne is probably the second. The Dying Song by Slipknot. Nymphetamine Fix by Cradle of Filth. And Crying by Aerosmith. I don't know what it is about that song. It just it really gets me going, you know, screaming in the car. Top 5 bands: Evanescence, Dark Throne, Typo Negative, Motley Crue, and either Avatar or Cradle of Filth. I'm not really sure which one I would pick. So top 6, I guess. Advice for parents to let you dress how you want. I also had a very strict mother with my appearance growing up. It was really hard because it took until I moved out to be able to do what I like fully wanted to do. I very slowly went into it. Like, I was not allowed to dye my hair until I was 17, so fun fact, I'm a natural blonde. It's a more dirty blonde. I'm not like bleach blonde, but it's enough to where every time my hair grows out, I look like I'm balding. So that's really fun. I got permission to get my nose pierced when I was 16. And then I pierced my own septum. If you ever notice that it's crooked, that's because I did it myself when I was 15. And I would just flip it up. I don't advise doing that. It did not heal correctly because I constantly had to flip it up. So I would just wait for that one. I pierced a lot of my own ears and covered it. Also don't advise that because my mother did freak out finding out that I had like 9 more piercings than she thought I had. I was allowed to dye my hair dark brown, then I eventually just kept getting darker. I don't know, it's hard because a lot of parents are different. I kind of it took, like, over this course of 6 years, I slowly just kept getting more intense, and then as soon as I turned 18, I got like 4 more face piercings, like ton of tattoos, like. And I think my mom just gave up because now like she'll watch my videos and be like, oh my god, you look so good in that. I'm like, okay. Love my mom though. She's like my #1 supporter. Every time I like blow up on TikTok, she's like, look how many views you got. I just love her so much. Any future piercings or tattoos? So I do plan to be covered neck down, all tattoos. I currently have this arm. I don't know if you can see. I have this whole arm covered. I have most of my entire left leg covered. My next appointment, it will probably, I've seen like next 3 appointments I'll probably have it completely finished. I just have the back of my thigh to do. And then I have a few other like smaller ones on my leg. But for piercings, I do want to finish like just filling up my ears with piercings. This one, I don't know if you can see it. It has quite a few. I probably will only do my rook piercing. This one, I only have 4, so I'll probably do a lot more on that one. But I really don't know about face piercings. I was thinking about doing my eyebrows, but I think it's just too much of a hassle with having to draw, because I shave my eyebrows as well, so I feel like that would be a pain in the butt. Favorite concert? Evanescence. Well, if we're not talking Evanescence, probably Avatar. They put on a fantastic show, and I love the main guy. I cannot remember what his name is for the life of me right now, and I really don't feel like Googling it, but the main guy, he is so funny. Skincare routine? I sleep in my makeup, and then I wake up in the morning, and I wash it off in the shower with bar soap. I don't have a skincare routine. I do put lotion on before I do my makeup, but that's really it. How old was I when I went goth? Well, when I was 13, I was more emo. Like my first emo band that I really got into was Black Veil Brides, and then I kind of went like Pierce the Veil, and then a few other ones. Also Green Day. I was a really big Green Day fan, oddly enough. I really don't even like them that much anymore. I was a huge Green Day fan though, and Black Veil Brides. But then I'd say around 16, I started listening to more gothic music. A lot more goth music and more metal. So I'm kind of like a mix of my camera died. Okay. Where were we at? Oh yeah. How many piercings do I have and which ones were the most painful? I have 24 piercings. And I did 20 of them by myself. I do not advise, do not pierce yourself. Just don't do it. Oh my god. Don't do it. Do not pierce yourself. Do not tattoo yourself. Do not modify yourself. Go to a professional. I had a rough era in life. Don't do it. And which piercings were my most painful? My 8th piercing. This one inside my ear. I don't know if you can see it. I actually went to a professional for that one. And also the healing process, I think she definitely put a bar way too big, like a hoop way too big for my ear, and it swelled around it, and it was agonizing. It took like 2 years to heal. It was just, and like when it first went in, like I felt it in like my entire body. Everything hurt all of a sudden. My head was throbbing. It was not fun at all. And also, here as well. I did those myself though. It was an awful experience. I do not recommend it. I got this one quite a lot, and it is my social security number. No. Kiss or Motley Crue? I do love Kiss. I love 80s rock. My dad was a huge, well, both my parents were a huge 80s rock fan. My dad was more like Motley Crue and Kiss, and my mom was more Skid Row. Loved Sebastian Bach. But I would have to go with Motley Crue. Sorry. Favorite cartoon? The original Teen Titans, where it was basically an anime, but I know the difference between a cartoon and an anime, but the old Teen Titans was a very anime style, but I think it's considered a cartoon. What do I look for in a relationship? Basically what Morticia and Gomez have. How many pets do I have? I actually have 3 pets. Let me go see if one will come say hi for a second. This is my dog Zero. I don't know how to show you. You're so big. Please, you come say hi. This is my dog Zero. I don't know what he is. I was told he was a German Shepherd. Clearly, he's not a purebred German Shepherd. He definitely has German Shepherd in him. But I think he's mixed with Great Dane because he is. Don't knock anything over, please. He is enormous. I think he is a Great Dane mix. He's 160 pounds. He's still a puppy too. Okay. Yes. Always has a ball in his mouth. He's probably gonna be screaming out my door. He's probably gonna be screaming. It's not. Anyway, I have 3 animals. I have 2 cats. One of them is 16, one of them is like 6 months. Favorite makeup brand? I like e.l.f. because I am cheap. Favorite game? I do really like GTA, which I feel like I'm gonna get judged for that, but yeah. I also like Minecraft, and I love the Resident Evil games. Zero! I have a PS4, I don't have a PC. I wish I had a PC, but I don't have the money for that right now, which is why if you like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Definitely not just for the PC. I actually own a house, so, you know, kind of need money for that. My first tattoo. Let me see if I can. My first tattoo is this skull on my shoulder. I got it when I was 18. I mean, other than a few really shitty stick and pokes, but they're mostly covered now. I have the skull and the flowers, and then I got my whole arm finished like the day I turned 18. What is your favorite tattoo? I don't know how to show you guys. This moth, if it's in focus, I cannot tell. This moth on my wrist. It is based after the song Moth by Hell Yeah, and it's just such a good song. Has a lot of meaning to it, and that was what my whole sleeve was based off of, but it's so pretty. And I love it, because I'll just roll up my sleeves a little bit. And how did you get your confidence? I really just stopped caring. I used to care a lot. I used to be very, very self-conscious all the time. And then after like, I don't know, 10 breakups in 1 year, I just was like, I don't care. I'm sick of really awful men telling me that I'm not good enough. And look at them now. Every single time that they leave me or I leave them, they come running back. So I guess that helped a little bit. And also the internet gave me a lot of confidence. I need to stop sitting like a shrimp. I don't know how to sit normally, to be honest. Where do I find more goth clothing? I thrift all my clothes. And I know that's something that you guys don't want to hear. I am very cheap. I think this shirt was actually from like Route 21 or something. But otherwise, I literally thrift all my clothes, or I make them, or I get sent them, which if I do get sent them, they're on my Instagram or TikTok. What is your type in men? Is Peter Steele an answer? I mean, I like metalheads and goths just because that's kind of what I am, and I feel like I have only dated a few. It's very rare that I actually find someone that's my type, especially living in the middle of Wisconsin. There's not a lot of goths running around here. Are you a fan of hugs? I am actually a pretty friendly person, if you see me in person. Don't be afraid to come up to me if you do see me. And yes, I do like hugs. I will hug anyone, to be honest, but that's it. It's all you can do. Don't get handsy. Do you play any instruments? I actually play 11 instruments, I think. It's like one of my hobbies. I learn an instrument. I find out about another instrument, I buy it, and then I learn it, and then I get bored. But my two main ones, my first one was piano, and I took lessons for like 6 years. I think I've been playing for 12 years now. 90% of what I can play is Evanescence song. You can name any Evanescence song, I will be able to play it on piano by memory. Other than that, I probably don't know much off the top of my head. I do know Chop Suey though. I learned that one by ear, not fun to learn. And violin. I went to state multiple years for violin actually. I took lessons in school. But then, yeah, I have a collection. I have a big collection, and they kind of just sit in a room, and I'll go in there, I'll like play one of them, and then I'll just walk away. Cool fact no one knows about you. I used to be a horse girl. Like, strong. I used to have a pink cowgirl hat, pink cowgirl boots. I would just wear a bikini all the time. Well, not just like in public, but my grandmother she still lives on a farm, and I spent a lot of time there. So she had a bunch of horses, all kinds of farm animals, and oh my god, did I love horses. I would pretend to be a horse. I was a weird kid in elementary school, but very, very colorful and pink. Like, no one expected this. If anyone went to elementary school with me, they definitely did not expect this. Where can I find cool clothes that's not thrifting? I don't know. I wish I knew. There's a lot of big brands like Killstar and stuff, but I don't feel like spending $60 on a shirt that I'm gonna wear maybe once a year. There's a lot of cool small... If my camera turns off one more time, I swear to God. Anyways, Amazon, I think, would be your best. That's where I get a lot of the clothes that aren't thrifted. Favorite movie? Is it in frame? Nightmare Before Christmas. Worst pizza place? I actually can't have pizza. Another fun fact about me, I am allergic to tomatoes, gluten, peanuts, soy, avocados, and sweet potatoes. I swear every year I adapt a new intolerance. I still eat it, but I do suffer afterwards, so I cannot eat it very often. It's like lactose intolerance, like how you can still eat it, but you're gonna be suffering. But ironically, that's the one thing I'm not intolerant to. Favorite fragrance? I like lavender a lot. I went through a really weird phase where I was like disgusted by lavender, and like just the scent of it would make me gag, and then all of a sudden I was like obsessed with it. Have you ever doubted your style? No. In fact, I've only just wanted to get more intense every single time. I'll be like, oh, another piercing, this looks cool. How about 5 more? First band you ever listened to? Well, all I know is that in the womb, my dad would play Dream Theater on those headphones. Or it was in the crib. I can't remember which one it was, but my hair is like knotted in it. Probably because my dog just smacked me on the back of the head right before this video. But the first ones I do remember listening to are Evanescence and Cradle of Filth. And Pink. Which is weird because as a kid I was like, oh yeah, Pink is so metal. But like Evanescence and Cradle of Filth, those are just... I don't know why I thought Pink was metal and they weren't. I know Evanescence isn't really metal, it's just kind of rock, gothic rock. But Cradle of Filth, I was obsessed. The song Amphetamine Fix, I was obsessed with that music video. I was like 5 years old and my dad would play it all the time and I was obsessed with it, and no one expected me to be goth. I don't know why. He also showed me Typo Negative, but I think that was a little later in my life. Like when I was around 10. What is your favorite color? If I wasn't allowed to choose black, it would probably be red. I don't really know what color by itself I like. All I know is that I really like red and black. And if you guys have been following me for a while on my TikTok, you will know that I used to have red and black hair, like red streaks. What's your favorite hobby? Playing instruments. I really, really like music. I also like drawing. I have a lot of weird hobbies, but those are like the two that I actually do on my free time. How does someone become goth? Listen to the music. It's not like a... It's kind of like... If you think of it this way, if someone looks like metal, like they got leather jacket, like super metalhead look, but they don't actually listen to metal, you wouldn't call them a metalhead, you know? But if, like, there's a lot of people that, like, listen to metal, and they look completely, like, just like your average person, and you would call them a metalhead. It's, like, the same with goth. It's definitely a music-based subculture. Favorite goth song? The song Dance Like Hell by Dr. Arthur Cruz. I've never actually heard his name out loud. Something about that song, it gets me every time. When did you first start listening to metal? In the womb. My dad he really likes rock and metal and 80s rock and all kinds of stuff like that, so I grew up around it. I've always kind of just listened to it. But on my own, because I used to listen to a lot of... I was also a country girl, so I listened to like Miranda Lambert and things like that. Carrie Underwood, I was obsessed with Carrie Underwood. And then I think, yeah, probably in middle school I started like actually listening to metal on my own time, other than Evanescence. Evanescence, just like... I've always listened to Evanescence. As someone who is alternative, what compliments do you find uncomfortable? The one I get all the time is, I like your piercings. Do you have any that I can't see? It happens to me at work quite a lot. It's really awkward because I'll just be sitting there. I've got my little polo shirt on at my little veteran golf. It's a veteran golf course, by the way. So a lot of very old people, not like super old, but you know, veterans, a lot of them go there. And a lot of people, when they start getting a few drinks, they start asking some really weird questions. And I don't know what it is about alternative people that everyone thinks they can just go up to them and just ask them any question. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I'm just always like, I never know what to say. I kind of just laugh it off. I'm like, haha, please leave me alone. Biggest pet peeve, men who are unable to take a hint. I constantly get harassed by men in public. I will go to the gas station. Like, there's a lot of really nice people that are complimenting me, and I don't have a problem with that. But there's a lot of times where they just will not stop. And they're like, do you have a boyfriend? And I'll always say yes. They're like, do you have a boyfriend? I bet I'm better than him. I bet I can be a really good boyfriend to you. I've always wanted a goth girl. Please date me. And I'm like, bro, I'm literally just trying to get deodorant at Target. Can you please get off? Can you get off of me? What grosses you out? Carpet. I hate carpet. I hate the feeling of carpet. It is definitely a sensory thing. I don't know what it is, especially socks against carpet. Literally disgusting. My entire house, not a single thing of carpet. I don't even have a little rug. Like, there is no carpet in my house. There used to be, and I ripped it all out barehanded. I had no idea what I was doing. I got stabbed in the foot with a few nails. I was even wearing shoes, and I still got stabbed. Had to take a crowbar to that stuff. Like, it wasn't fun. Natural hair color, I already said. It's like a dirty blonde. I guess it's like a light brown in the winter, but then I go in the sunlight and it bleaches out. What is your dream life? If I could do anything, I would do exactly what Amy Lee is doing. I would love to make a rock band. I'd probably go a little more metal though. or like old Evanescence music, like from the album Origin, like super like old sounding, like awful sounding, not awful sounding, but very, definitely not great technology sounding, like gothic, dark music, piano, singing, all that stuff. But I have very, very, very bad stage fright to the point where I will pass out. Like I feel like right now it probably wouldn't be as bad. I feel like I just like stopped caring, but like in high school, your girl fainted multiple times. Do you watch anime, and which is your favorite? I do. Not a lot though, but my favorite is Kakagurui, and the main character is actually the reason why I have bangs. Like, her haircut, I was like, put that on my head right now. And for my last question, how many crab rangoons can you fit in the Trojan horse? Probably like at least 5. Anyways. Alright, and that is all the questions that I have for today. If you had a question and I did not answer it, I will probably do a Q&A in the future. So just watch out for that. I'll post it on my Instagram story. Whenever I decide to do that again. So I do have a few videos planned out already. I have like my everyday makeup tutorial. I've got a hair tutorial because a lot of you guys ask me how I do my bangs and stuff like that. I have like a piercing and tattoo tour with like pain rating and all that fun stuff. So let me know what you guys want to see from me in the comments, considering this is my first video. I'm not really sure what you all want to know from me, but let me know in the comments, and like and subscribe so hopefully I can get monetized, and then I'll be able to make a lot more videos for you guys and a lot more content. But I am super excited because a lot of you guys seem to be pretty excited about me starting YouTube, so that made me pretty happy. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.